hating on my energy? Ooh, say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy. Ooh, hey, why you hating on my energy? Ooh, say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy?
So you can see how the clutch has been slipping on the flywheel. Now you can look over this. How it's been doing. It's slipping on the clutch side. It's slipping on the flywheel side. Waffle House. So, had my cousin come pick me up while I had my truck in the shop. Came and got something to eat. Always good. Always count on family. Waffle House and family. Can't go wrong with neither one of them. Big facts. What's good, y'all? Give y'all a little update. I'm back in the truck. Still kind of a little distraught. I'm really, really hoping that it is fixed now. Alright, you saw the little video, but I threw up these pictures. The clutch was visibly slipping, as you can see. What caused it, I don't know. If it was, a defect. It's an Eaton 2050 clutch. They put the same thing back in there. I don't know. When they put it in, because he tried to adjust it and it was still slipping, so he was like, pulled it in the shop, had to snatch the transmission out, pull the clutch out, and there you have it. Well, we put another clutch in and I took it down the road. It was slipping. I had their guy drive it. It slipped, which he drove it. I rode with him, he drove it. We both said, yeah, it's slipping. You do have to break a clutch in. So it come back, they adjusted it, and he was like, I really didn't feel it slipping. Like, okay, but me personally, I've never had a clutch to where it engaged at the top. And when I say, engage at the top, you depress your pedal, and as you're coming up off the bottom, it should start engaging. Well, and that's the way I like my clutches. Well, it was, you would come all the way up, and right there at the top, that's where it engages, and then that's it. And I'm like, I don't like that. Never have, I never will, and I will never drive a truck to where it does that, because my thinking and the way my mind is, when my clutch gets up to the top, it's time to adjust it. So, and I was like, dude, there's no way. I mean, it's not right. So, we went back and forth, trying this, trying that, trying this, trying that. It slipped, then it may not slip, may not slip. And so they adjusted the way I like it, and I let the guy drive it. I drove it, and I let him drive it, and it didn't feel exactly right. But I mean, I've been there all day, so I just kind of hooked up to the trailer, and I was on the phone with my dad. I was like, maybe it's just in my head because it was messed if you know about a clutch chatter and know what it sounds like, you know what I'm talking about. I can hear a clutch chatter. Almost sound like something that's rattling, but I know nothing will be rattling, and it'll go away once you stop accelerating. So I don't have that. I mean, it picks up speed. I kind of just rolled into the throttle. I don't know, maybe I'm afraid to just lay in it and see what it does, but figured I'd give y'all an update. We headed back to get another load down in Louisiana. So, we'll get with y'all. Yo, what's up, YouTube world? It is close to be afternoon. I ain't talked to y'all all day. Just been in the zone, hoping, crossing my fingers that my clutch, my truck was gonna be all right. So let me tell you, get over there. I was the first truck to get loaded. Get loaded, I get out. Same process as y'all saw earlier. Punch in everything and do everything through the computer. So I was like, shoot, ain't no sense of filming that or whatnot. So I really didn't even turn the camera on this morning. Plus two, in my mind, all I can think of is, man, I hope that this clutch does flawless on the way back when I got this load on me. That's all I can think of in my head. So as far as filming, that really wasn't on the forefront. So anyways, fast forward, get loaded, get out of there, and going through New Orleans, there's I forget what river it is, but it's a nice little bridge that you got to climb. And I hit that bridge. I forget what year I was in. I wasn't in 13, maybe 12th or 11th. I hit the hill, started pulling it, did okay, and then all of a sudden, the RPMs tack up just a little. It wasn't much. It jumped up probably 300 to 400 RPMs. I was like, oh my God, it's slipping. So what in the world? So, I was on the phone with the wife, and I told her, she was like, oh no, I was hoping that you was gonna be okay this time. I'm like, yeah, me too. She could kind of tell it in my voice that I was, a little aggravated and down. So I was like, okay, well, we just gonna keep on coming across. All the while, your mind's running, wondering what if this, what if that. I was like, well, I'm gonna make it out, and then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna adjust the clutch. So I get going. I phone a friend, call a buddy, and he was like, what clutch you got? A Eaton clutch, which my clutch before, I ran a Mid-America clutch. So this clutch was an Eaton clutch. He was like, man, I tell you, I had a time with an Eaton clutch once before. I got aggravated with it, and it started slipping, and I just held it to the floor. I was like, it's either gonna slip and stop, or it's gonna slip and I'm gonna just burn the clutch up. It's like, do that a time or two, and when it starts slipping, just hold it. I'm like, okay. So I kept going. I hit a few hills. It started slipping, and I mashed it some more, and it started slipping, and then it'll stop. It'll slip and then stop, and I kept doing that probably, I don't know, handful of times, maybe 2 handful of times, and so far so good. And he told me, he was like, mean, I just slipped it, got the clutch hot, and like while I've been talking to y'all, I mean, I pulled the hill, I mashed on it, pulled up the hill just fine. No slipping. You know, I can mash on it up a hill, accelerate up the hill, and, you know, before it would slip just a little bit, you know, now I can get on up that hill and it doesn't seem to be slipping. So I believe, I don't want to speak too soon, but I believe we have solved the issue. Now the other, and I will say I noticed, because with the other clutch, that I had that clutch chatter. Like I had told y'all before, you could hear that chatter. I never heard it with this clutch, but it would, you know, slip. So I believe we done burnt it in, and now I got to readjust it because my clutch pedal is engaging at the top. So I'll end up getting it adjusted, and hopefully everything is good. Hopefully everything is good. So, but I will say I do feel a little better. When I talked to him, I felt a little better. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do what you said. I'm gonna do what you did, and it seemed to, you know, be doing good. But it's crazy that you have to, you know, do that with that clutch. Now my other clutch never slipped from day one when I picked it up from the shop. When I had the clutch put in, it never slipped. You know, bobtail, hooked to an empty wagon or a loaded wagon, it did and worked flawless from day one. But it's crazy how, you know, that clutch to this clutch, you know, is like totally different. And both of them was 2050 clutches. So I'll say we're gonna be good. But we're trying to make a beeline to get over here and get unloaded this evening back in Georgia. So hopefully we can get over there and do that. They said that they was I'm going to a different place, and you know, they said that they would stay. They told me to come on, so I'm coming on. But yeah, figured I'd give y'all an update. Like I said, I feel a little better. I can talk to y'all, and you can see a smile on my face and hear it in my voice, and not be yeah y'all, what's up YouTube, you know, just gloomy. So we'll get with y'all. We made it, y'all. Whoop whoop. All this dust. Truck's dirty already, so I ain't worried about trying to not get dirty. Ooh, I'm glad I saw that dip. Cause that good old bumper would have been in the ground. Sorry about the dirty windshield. I've been killing cicadas. Oh, but we're on the way home. I wanted to go back and get another one, but I need to be home Saturday morning, and I don't want to risk not being able to get unloaded Friday evening. So we're just gonna go on and go home. Plus I gotta get a tire put on this trailer. So I'll go to the house and take care of that. We'll probably get back at it Sunday. So yeah, the week is done. Well, almost done. We gotta go get a tire put on tomorrow. But I'm happy to be going home. So let's go home. Get this top put on. Boss man. I brought it over here and got an alignment where it had to check. The trailer's about a year old. Mm-hmm. That's just a defective tire. No, well, these are the tires that come on the trailer. They're cheap tire. Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
Michelin, you know what I'm saying, Firestone, Bridgestone, Toyo, you know what I'm saying? Really, when you get down to Toyo and Yokohama, that's when you really come into the edge. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now the iron heads you get, That ain't no, I mean, I would. It's a cheap tire. I mean, it's a iron. I mean, it's a good tire, but it's right like at the borderline for cheap tires. So yeah, it's
Better
really,
than that, right?
Yeah, the iron is.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got the old one off already. I don't know if I like that short valve stem. He didn't even have to jack it up. That's when you know what you're doing.
My bad, bro. He changed his mind after Brian told what the difference was with the tire.
Sorry about that. Yes, sir.
What we got to go through to get it?
I hear that. Hey, hey, good about yourself. I appreciate that. Good to go. What's up, y'all? Y'all hear that sound? That's them cicadas out there. It's so loud you can hear it in the house. But anyways, we are going to change our air filters. It's been a year. So part of the routine maintenance, at least change your air filters once a year. Your engine will thank you. So that's what we're gonna do today. And I'm also anxious to look and see how dirty they are since we've been doing the hopper. Mr. Scotty Collins ought to be interested in this because, you know, he's always on me and like, hey, you need to put some filters on those breather tops, you know, being in those dusty areas. And then I finally got an old shirt cut for it. But the thing is now, I have to remember to put it on. But anywho, we're gonna change our filter. I got two of them off, two of the nuts off already. Let's get the rest off. See what this thing look like. Cletus McFarland just flew over. I'm just playing. I don't know who that was. All right. To be honest, it's not as bad as I was expecting. What's my date? 12/5 of 23. I mean, they're dusty. All right, this is what I always do. Turn it over. Sorry, see, it's clean. I'll be right. It's clean. Yeah, still. I mean, it's dirty, but not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I mean, the outside still looks pretty doggone good. I've had them worse than that. But anywho, we changing our filters. Looks different. The same is different. I guess it's because it's a fleet guard. What's today's date? The 3rd. Five, 3, 2, 4. All right, got it dated. I always date it. That's something I got from my dad. I date the filter even though I write it down in my book. And there is a gasket that you replace. Like so. Get it on that back side. And voila. Now I can't guarantee all trucks will be this easy to replace. All depends on your breather style. But I know mine is easy. Here we go. Before I realized I could do this, I will unbolt these, or take these two nuts off, and it's on a hinge right here, and this whole thing will swivel out. I would always do that, but I'm like, I got the short top. I should be able to do it without doing that, and sure enough, it works. I'm pretty sure if you had the big breathers, it may not work, but I don't know. I know the ones on my dad's truck, his breathers are totally different. On his W9, it's totally different. It's like a stainless cover, and you remove it, and it's almost kind of like this, that you replace the whole thing. But his is a 99 with an N14, and it has the bigger breathers on it. We ought to really hear that turbo whistle now. Alrighty, baby. Go to the other side. I was told that it's not a good practice to do. I've done it before, but I mean, it was not a good practice because you kind of run the risk of actually sucking all some of that stuff up into your motor when you blow your air filters out like that. All right, and this is what I mean. This is like when I do stuff to my truck, I write it down. I got, you know, my VIN number, serial number, you know, quick part numbers and stuff if I need something. You know, that's right here too.
But this is like maintenance stuff. I used to have way more than this, and I had it on like a piece of paper. I lost it, but I was like, I'm not gonna lose this book. So when I do something to my truck, it's always a good idea to keep up with your maintenance. What's today's date? I said 5/3. And these are fleet guards. Yep, that's what I do. So air filters are replaced. That's how you replace your air filters on your W9 with a cat. But I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be the same whether you got a Cummins on it or whatever. So we got that did, and got a couple other things to do too. But I believe we're just gonna go in the house and enjoy the rest of the day. We'll probably come back out here tomorrow and check it over a little bit more too. But y'all have a good one.
Be my enemy. I pop out, they go wild, so celebrity. Too busy winning, I forgot that I got frenemies.
All up in my bag, I ain't got no feelings. Fly high, lift off, I might hit the ceiling.